Tell me, why haven't you done anything like chronicling the Parsis of Bombay?
Oh, that's a good question. Chronicling, I think other people have done. Sunit Arapolva has done a very exhaustive photo book. You have to have the bandwidth to do all this here. I'm too petty. I spend the whole day thinking, why haven't I punched that guy? While walking on the road, I have to get rid of all these thoughts.
But are you really with the community in the way of like?
It's a small community. It's a tight community in that sense. I don't think anybody's outside the community unless you want to take panga with the various, panchayat, etc. So we are like low profile in that sense, but there's no question of being against. So I don't think it's that. How many are left?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
We do roll call every day. Faridun gayo? Oops. One down. It's like that.
But there are no plans to like expand it in the sense of.
You can only expand it if you leave the racial theory behind. Because we've reached a point where the maths is damn tough. Then they say there's a point where you can't change the maths with animals also. Like if there are only 3,000 odd tigers, can you really go from there? It's, you're doing what you can, but it's tokenism. So same thing with the Parsis. Unless you allow the interfaith, firstly, you're losing half because the female loses immediately. So, but that's also not going to be enough. You're going to have to allow some sort of, if not conversions, or they have to figure this out.
Conversions not allowed even now. No talk.
Can you imagine across the world, people are worried about being converted. This one great religion is saying, "Don't come." Only one religion.
But isn't there any kind of discourse? Any
there is the liberals in any part of India. There's liberals and there's conservatives.
No voice for the liberals.
They have a strong voice also, but at the moment it's a community which is where it is. And see, these laws all came in India. It's not like these laws are in the holy books or scriptures or anything. Because at some point...
So it's an interpretation.
Obviously, it's an interpretation. After coming to India, after meeting the Rana, etc., now you'll have to ask someone who's a better scholar than me. But the Rana who allowed the Parsis in and supposedly said, don't marry our women and, don't, whatever, keep to yourself, but, welcomed, but segregated and all that. And then furthermore, the segregation continued for the racial purity. So you remained as a tribe, or Gotra if you like, or whatever, and you stay in that. And then now you can't because the numbers are too less.
So what happens, your mother is a Catholic, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to practice Catholicism, would the Parsi faith say, no, you cannot go to the church?
You can practice, that's not a problem.
But you don't get...
Like all Indians, many Indians, they do have a little bit of other faith in them. Yeah. And, I have so many friends who, if they pass a mandir or a masjid or whatever, they immediately do a little whatever. And who go for the navenas and the big prayers of the other communities, Ganpati, etc. So I know it's very liberal in that sense. It's not like you can only go, it's not that. The thing is about this, who's allowed in the temple, fire temple. So the moment you marry out, if you're a female, and your father dies or mother dies, you can't go into the last rites. So that judgment is pending in the Supreme Court, I think. With the young girl in Gujarat who filed for that.
But I know that there were many people like General Setna and all that who were talking about it, that women should be allowed and into the faith.
Yeah, well, if you look at it from a common sense point of view and also probably a humanitarian point of view, 100%. But the other side of it is like, how do we save the Parsi gene? It's slightly racist theory, but the idea is that if that happens, there will be no Parsis per se at some point. It will be like any other tribe in the world will be now intermingled with whoever there is. So you got to make that. So don't make me the leader of this movement. Okay, I'm the leader of the movement to keep animals in India and throw out some humans. So I'm the wrong guy for this.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा।
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है।
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब।
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप।
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI, it does not lie.